Good morning, everybody. Today is Saturday, the 18th, the 13th of November. I just got up. It is 8:45, and I had a good night. And there's Mutina waiting for some attention. They will get their food soon, and then I go shopping because I need to. That's always a good reason. And I'm going to bake a cake later on, a chocolate fudge cake, because my little sister has invited us to go over there tomorrow. She wants to make a Swiss specialty. It's a meat cake somehow. And she invited the whole family, and that's tomorrow. And I offered to bring a cake or something, so I'm going to buy some butter. And then I need to transfer to get the recipe from cups to grams and things, even though I have cups, but I find it hard to measure butter with cups. And I still need to measure the one for you, Tina. I'll do that at some point. And yeah. And I said in the last one there will be some coloring somewhere, so I'll do that later too. So I went shopping. It's already a few hours ago. I recovered a bit, and now I spent some time to, converse some measurements from cups to grams. I found that later. I did call them out or research, Google the cups of each ingredient by itself, and then I looked for something like that. So here I have a conversion chart, and I printed it out, and it's now on my cupboard here. And I'm going to make a chocolate fudge cake, and I'm not sure if there's going to be any crafting on this video because I need to do the kitchen first. And then I should make that cake, and maybe in the evening I am able to craft something. I want to show you the container with the things a bit, but that's later. So now to the recipe. I do have it from YouTube. The same one who did that one. Kawaii something, baking kawaii stuff, cute things. And she has it's a recipe they used on the Bake Off. Actually, somebody made that toast thingy, which I won't make. It has a peanut butter frosting, and maybe I've done that already with filming it. I'm not going to do that. This is hefty enough. This is, super chocolate fudge, a calorie bomb. So I am also dialing down the measurements, and I'm using milliliters and grams. So you would need 2 cups of butter melted, 2 cups of coffee, 1.5 cups of cocoa powder, and then put it all together and let it cool down. Then I'm not sure about, I think first I forgot that part. So I think this one is next. In a separate bowl, you mix 4 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 4 large eggs, and 1 cup of sour cream or yogurt. And then once this is cooled down, you add that to there. And again, in another bowl, you mix 4 cups of sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon natron, 1.5 teaspoons salt, and 4 cups of flour. And then you put that there, and I have not done that yet, 180 degrees. So I need to figure that out. That will be 356 degrees Fahrenheit and about 30 to 35 minutes. And they used a 9 by 13 inches baking pan. I'm using something else. Mine is 22 by 22 centimeters, which is basically 9 by 9. And I'm using half the amount, and I have it on a card here in grams and milliliters. But now I need to do the kitchen. Whilst I was melting the butter on this side, I did prepare a cup of coffee. I took instant coffee and took 3 spoons of it and added water. Here is 100 grams of cocoa powder, which I will sift in. And I did melt it quite slowly. And I'm running out of patience. I could add the coffee. And this mix with the cocoa powder will smell so good. And then I need to let that cool down. So. Oh, that's a chocolate thing. I have prepared my cake tin. I just put a sheet of thingy in there and leave the edges by itself. I hope it won't stick. And I have this cool puzzle form thingy. I want to make a very small one for myself to taste it. And now I'm going to mix the second part with the eggs, the yogurt and the vanilla extract. And here I have already mixed the flour, sugar, baking powder and salt. And I put it in the oven. Preheated now 30 to 35 minutes for the big one, and the smaller one will be shorter. I had it in the oven for about 40 minutes. This is how it looks. I just don't want it to fall apart when I take it out. And here's my little puzzle piece. It is quite rubbery. And it was in there for 20 minutes, and I will
open it a bit later. It's quite cooled down. And here I wait for about 10 minutes and then I try to take it out of there. So here's the cake. It's a moistish. And cannot tell you how it tastes. But it's good. And I wanted to show you that with the sticker, with the paper thing I put on and the glossy accent that I put over it. And it worked nicely. And if you hadn't talked about the raven thingy in the comments, I would have forgotten about finishing the other side after 24 hours. So that's that. I'm not further with that one, so I'll do that in the next video. And I'm also working on this card, which will have a wheel behind that window here. Where's my wheel? It's over here. And I want to put those critters on it. There are many that peek out of the thingy. Oops, where's the light? Like that. And that. And they will be on that spinning wheel. And I want to have 4 of those, and then you can turn it and it will appear. And I'm not further than that. I want to find a nice sentiment for on it. And the last time I've used my heat tool, I realized or noticed that it sounded weird. So that might break soon. And I don't know. I tried to film a bit more because I cut the stuff a lot. The 4.5 minutes. I'm not going to color anything. But I guess I'm going to finish this soon. I'm making spring rolls in the oven. There was a sale today. When you got 2, you got it a bit cheaper, so I got 2. And before now, my little sister came over for a coffee. She needed breadcrumbs to do that thingy tomorrow, and I bought that for her this morning. And yeah, I have to deal with some not so good feelings because we used to be quite close, and that has it's not the same anymore. Over the last 3 years it has not been so good, so that's not so much fun. The thing with my little sister is that 3 years ago I did share the gospel with her, and ever since then we have a troubled relationship. And yeah, I don't have many people in my life, so that's a tough one. And I do hope it gets better with time. And I see a lot of good things happening in her life because I asked for that. And yeah, he does hear that. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one.